Tonight we're following an environmental story. Now this began 2 years ago when manatee deaths suffered the worst year with a record number of fatalities.
State officials really have been really closely watching the plight of Florida's beloved species, and they tapped one group to help feed the situation, if you will, literally. Anchor Jay Cashmere has been following the situation very closely, documenting it actually since 2021. And tonight he's joining us with an update on one project that has certainly helped keep manatees alive. He's joining us live tonight from the Loxahatchee River with more on his findings. Jay?
Good evening, Shannon and Tanya. Yeah, there's been a massive project here in the Loxahatchee River. It's been underway for over a year now. The Fish and Wildlife Foundation of Florida pumped a lot of money into this project, literally to turn portions of this river underwater green. And it's all in an effort to save manatees. There is no better place to immerse with Florida's wildlife than right here, in our backyard.
We're in the Loxahatchee River within Jonathan Dickinson State Park. It is the largest state park in southeast Florida.
This river is crawling with species native to Florida, and FWC's aerial calendar knows she won't find a better view from her office.
This river is actually one of only 2 rivers that's federally designated as a wild and scenic river.
She's part of a large team watching grass grow, literally. It might seem basic, but this year-old project is nothing short of fascinating when you get to the bottom of it.
To come and see some of them a foot and a half, it's really exciting to know that this project is working.
30,000 plants are rooted inside 15 fenced sites. Finding the right soil and water quality started a meticulous process to create acres of eelgrass. However, the impetus for submerging into such a project came from a deadly problem that surfaced after the pandemic.
We first got involved in January of 2021 when we started hearing about all of the manatee deaths on the east coast of Florida.
Manatees were dying in droves, starving because their main food source, eelgrass, was gone.
And what we've seen the last 2 years is they're still coming to these warm water sites that lack food.
That spawned the idea to replenish this critical necessity. But the project hasn't been without obstacles from Mother Nature. 2 hurricanes brought some of the fencing down and tested the sites against the worst weather. However, the plants are thriving, and their success comes from money poured into it from the Fish and Wildlife Foundation of Florida.
It's really incredible because we know that there's good water quality here, and we know that the manatees are here, so the eelgrass will be, successful.
The green that has sourced this project has come to life underwater, and each day brings new growth that will flow with the current for years to come.
To have a project like this where you're able to bring it back to how it once was to support the ecosystem, I mean, it's very important. It's important to support things like that to keep the Florida that we love beautiful.
And the Fish and Wildlife Foundation of Florida worked very closely with the Department of Environmental Protection and FWC. They all came together to build these sites up. They've got a massive amount of sites, as we indicated, here in the Loxahatchee River. They're in the Indian River Lagoon. They're also in Central Florida as well, and they're targeting a site to the south, Key Biscayne. All of it, again, to help our manatees grow and populate more and more. We got to keep them alive because it's part of our ecosystem. Absolutely. Here, and this river is certainly as well.